Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm gonna be making a video on Scream 6 news and some Halloween Ends news. You know, I was gonna make this video like I think because I was gonna make it yesterday. I had said in my last video, but I mean yesterday I got busy as well and I couldn't make it. But I was originally just gonna make the few, Halloween Ends updates videos that I was gonna make real quick. But then today we got more news and images and stuff, so then I wanted to talk about them. So now we're gonna have more Halloween Ends news to talk about today. But first I want to get into the Scream 6 news real quick, just because it's not really much at all, really. Um, and yeah, we're gonna get right into it. Um, Basically, with the Scream 6 news. Oh, wait. Before I get into it, I want to ask you guys to like and subscribe to the channel because I never really ask in the beginning of my videos. So, I always ask like at the end of my videos for some reason. I don't know why, but like, yeah, I'm gonna start trying to remember to say in the beginning of my videos. If you guys could just like and subscribe to the channel, just leave a like, whatever. Just it really does help out the channel. So, if you guys could support me, help me out, help grow the channel, I would really appreciate it. So, yeah, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. So basically, Melissa Barrera in her interview recently, she had talked about this. She was talking about um how it's mortifying and scary, it's terrifying and whatnot, being chased in a city like New York, you know and she was like just talking about like the setting of New York and how a lot of New Yorkers, they probably wouldn't care, they saw you getting chased by a serial killer, and you they would probably just brush over it like it's nothing, they wouldn't care, and she was just talking about that. And she was just talking about, just basically just the the overall concept of getting chased by Ghostface in a big city like New York. And that's what made people be like, "Oh, so there's definitely a chase scene in Scream 6," because of what she said here. And I'm hoping that this is the official confirmation of that, to be honest. I'm hoping that's the case, because like I said it multiple times. We definitely do need chasings in Scream 6. I understand a lot of, the, just the critique of, lack of chasings in Scream 5. I definitely agree with that. There definitely was lack of chasings. I think there needs to be more. I also want, more creative kills, which I've talked about before as well. Um, and just stuff like that. I'm hoping this is the final just nail in the coffin of just the full confirmation that we would need to just confirm that we're getting a chase scene in Scream 6. They have to, right? I mean, like it's a big city like New York, It's like there's multiple things that you can do there for like chase scenes and kills and stuff. Like there's just so many awesome things you can do. I mean, I'm just saying I hope they utilize that, I really hope they do. So I'm hoping this confirms it. Now, do I think Sam, Melissa Barrera's character, Sam herself, is going to be the one getting chased by Ghostface? Since she's the one that's saying this in an interview. Um, I don't think so, but I mean, it would be cool to see, a chasing or whatnot. But um, with Melissa Barrera's and character Sam, but I don't know, because I think we're gonna get chasings when people are actually gonna die. We might get one chasing with someone who like survives, but I feel like mostly everyone that gets chased is gonna die for sure. Like they're gonna be chased for a little while and then they're gonna get killed. I think that's what's gonna happen. So Um, yeah, I don't think Sam's gonna be getting chased. You know, just because I feel like they're gonna want to kill people when they get chased and not keep them alive, and I don't think they're gonna kill Sam. So it's probably not Sam getting chased, but maybe someone else, and they end up getting killed and you know thrown off the roof of an apartment building, like I said in my last video. But nah, like I just feel like you know chasing is definitely something I'm excited for and looking forward to for Scream 6. And yeah, her talking about, just like the stereotype of like New Yorkers always minding their own business and just not caring about anyone and just always, hopefully you guys don't hear that in the background, but there's just I got my family here, but um, yeah, basically like, just playing into that stereotype of like, yeah, New Yorkers, they don't care about anyone or anything. They just mind their own business and all the time. And, having like New Yorkers just, maybe just ignore someone getting chased by Ghostface and not caring about them and just, I mean, bro, that they can definitely play into that. And I've talked about that before. And in one of my other videos, I think I talked about it in like the Halloween store video where I was, talking about the Halloween store and stuff. Yeah, I definitely do think that's possible. Even on the subway train, I was talking about that being a possibility as well. Some Jason Takes Manhattan type stuff. Ghostface is freaking chasing them on the train, like whoever it is, and the New Yorkers are just like, yeah, whatever. like, like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. But and then also I think it would make more sense as well because, I've talked about this as well. Like just because the fact that Scream 6 takes place around Halloween, so it would make sense somewhat to a degree. It would make sense that some people in the city would be like, they wouldn't think anything much of it. Maybe seeing people walk around in Ghostface costumes or in like any other type of creepy costumes because it's Halloween, so no one's gonna really suspect anything. But once something happens, then people are gonna be like, oh, like this, like going on a whole rampage, just looking for like who's the killer. But there's multiple people walking around in costumes. Not just Ghostface costumes, but a whole bunch of other costumes. And it's just like, we can't, who's the killer, Maybe the police kill an innocent person, not because they think that they're the Ghostface killer, but they're actually not, Like, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, there's going to be a lot of red herrings and a lot of, suspects, with people wearing the Ghostface costume. But, you know, like I said, no one's going to really think anything of it because once you see everyone just walking around, and they're, with costumes because it's Halloween and you realize that, and then it's just like, now, now how are we gonna figure out who's the killer? Like everyone's wearing the freaking costume. Yeah, so yeah, I just think that that's kind of that's kind of what it is, and it's gonna probably just be just a whole bunch of red herrings and stuff and misdirects, and I think there's a lot of things to play into with that they could do, and maybe an innocent person gets arrested as well. Like, they're wearing the costume, like and the police are like, oh, like, wait, why do you have that costume? Why do you, and whatnot, and then like they get arrested or something. I don't know. Maybe that's a little too far fetched, but just killing an innocent person who's wearing the Ghostface costume, I think that's possible though, for sure. But yeah, I just think that overall, like, no one's gonna really think anything of it with the fact that people are wearing Ghostface costumes. Like, no one's gonna think anything of it really, because they're it's Halloween. The New Yorkers are, and just the people in the city in general, they're probably gonna think it's just some prank or just for fun, whatever. Since it's Halloween. No one's gonna really think anything of it. So yeah, I think that's you know, like that stuff like that. They can have it be similar to Scream 2 without it being set in the theater. You know, that's another similarity to Scream 2 with with Maureen getting killed in the theater and no one was paying attention to her because like everyone was wearing the Ghostface costume. You know, you can have a similarity to that without it being set in the theater for Scream 6. You know, you can have kills be set up that way with everyone wearing the costume and no one thinks anything of it. You know, you can have that concept be similar to Scream 2 without it being set in the theater, just, verify it and, do it differently. So, yeah, I think that's possible and it's just fun. I hope there is chase scenes and yeah, this is pretty much all the Scream news I've wanted to cover. It's really just this is it, I'm gonna be talking about Halloween Ends the rest of this video. So, buckle up, put your seatbelts on, get ready for the ride. Because yeah, we're gonna talk about Halloween Ends now, and some stuff that I never got to talk about, and some new images and a video from Jamie Lee Curtis and other stuff. We're gonna get into it. So basically, for Halloween Ends, you know, we had basic, basically with Halloween Ends, there was like a whole bunch of soundtracks that were like released. Like you have one like Where is Jeremy, Halloween Ends, main title, Halloween, Laurie's theme, The Cave, Cool Kid, Drags to the Cave, Evil Eyes, Transformation, Because of You, Kill the Cop, Corey and Michael, Corey's Rakim, Bye Bye Corey. Just all of these. You have a whole bunch of them. But some of these, because I saw Killjoy Jake's video on this, and he had some pretty interesting, just theories. Because like, you have this like, you have the freak. Oh my gosh. Ah, I hate it when it does this. Because then I have to go back. Jeez. Anyways, um, because I saw Killjoy Jake's video on this, and he was like talking about like, oh, like what if Hawkins dies because we have this soundtrack right here at number 11 called "Kill the Cop." What if that's like the music that's gonna be used whenever Hawkins dies or something like that? Which we did see a few images of Hawkins, just like he was like in the sewers, I think, where Michael was at. He was just like looking in there. And then we saw a few other images of him like on some crime scenes. And, hey, it's possible Hawkins dies. But what I don't know. I hope if they definitely do develop his character though, because he's a character that I do kind of care about, but not to the full maximum of like where I actually feel for him completely, Like I'm not that at that level yet of caring about honestly most of the, characters that, we're gonna have for Halloween Ends. I mean like besides Laurie and like she's like all the other characters I feel they weren't fleshed out as much. Like they never were to be honest. So like I hope at Halloween Ends they do flesh out Allison, Lindsay Wallace, which we saw a few pictures with her, which I'm gonna talk about. Um, hope they flesh out Allison, Lindsay Wallace, um, Hawkins, this Corey character who apparently David Gordon Green said is gonna be like a main focal point for Halloween Ends, which is now that's confirmed. I guess that's he's gonna be like a main focal point, a main structure and pinpoint of the film. Like I mean, bro, there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff I'm gonna talk about, but yeah, I mean, hopefully they develop Corey, whatever he's gonna be. Hopefully they develop him. Just all their characters for Halloween Ends. You know, I'm not saying every character in Halloween Ends has to get character development, but the ones that are being, that we're seeing right now that we know about, they should definitely get character development. Everyone's knowing about them. Everyone knows their names. Everyone knows who they are. Develop them and give us time to breathe with their characters, you know, display them on screen with screen time properly, and you know, we're gonna feel for them. We're gonna care for them when they die or if they don't die. You gotta give it at least some characters in Halloween Ends a story arc or some type of redemption arc, whatever. Just to end it off with this trilogy. I feel like that's kind of what we need. And apparently that's what Halloween Ends is gonna be. It's gonna be like more story arc and more character arc, which I honestly don't mind, to be honest. Halloween Kills was just like brutal, terrorizing, gory, bloody, freaking. It was just it was just that type of movie. It was that type of typical horror film, but just elevated to a maximum level of just craziness with the kills, man. Like that was just. I mean, Halloween Kills did it all. I mean, that was crazy. Michael was at his full potential there, but for Halloween Ends, hopefully, yeah, I'm hoping that's true. Like we have more character arc, more story arc. That's what we really need for this to be a final conclusion to this trilogy. You know, but yeah, that was a rumor, that was a theory that I heard on Killjoy Jake's channel that Hawkins is gonna die because of this kill the cop thing. Then we have this other soundtrack called Corey and Michael, which what the like what? We have a soundtrack for Corey and Michael. Like, are they gonna fight or something? Like or is it whenever like in that trailer and we saw Michael choking Corey? Like, is he gonna like just like whenever Michael kills Corey or whatever, if he does or not in the sewers? Um, like is that gonna there's gonna be a soundtrack playing over that? Like that's what this is, the Corey and Michael soundtrack. Like, is that what it is? I don't know. And then we have Corey's Rakim. I don't even know what that is. Rakim for Jeremy, which we saw in the beginning. I think the number one soundtrack is called Where is Jeremy, which there was theories of like, Jeremy being the kid that Corey is babysitting. And which I don't know. I think that's definitely possible because like this is a name that all of a sudden we're hearing about now more and more. So it's just like with Corey, we kept constantly hearing his name being brought up, and now Jeremy is also just being brought up constantly. Like we don't even know who the heck he is. So yeah, I think Jeremy is probably the kid that Corey is babysitting. The one that dies, and I think that's with this Jeremy, you know soundtrack is here with the Where's Jeremy and Rakim for Jeremy, whatever. And then we have over here, Bye Bye Corey at 16. I'm going through specific ones because, like, with most of these soundtracks, there's really no specific thing you can talk about with these. All of these are just like names that, you're probably gonna, like, you can guess probably what they're gonna be for the movie, but it's like, not exactly. So I don't want to go through everything. I'm just going through specific ones that, were brought to my attention. Because I saw Killjoy Jake's video on this. Like I said, like Bye Bye Corey at number 16. That soundtrack. What is like what? So is Corey gonna die or something? Like I don't know. I mean, bro, with all this, with David Gordon Green saying that Corey is like this main focus for Halloween Ends, he's gonna have like this main just he's gonna be like this main character. He's gonna have a story arc along with Allison, and I don't know, and we know that I'll get into that a little more because like there's some images I'm gonna get into right now, but I assume this Bye Bye Corey soundtrack is meaning Corey's gonna die. So, and yeah, that's pretty much all the ones I wanted to talk about. But yeah, these soundtracks though. And I'm hoping the soundtrack for Halloween Ends is good, like all of these, because I mean, I've enjoyed the soundtracks for Halloween 2018 and Kills, for sure. Um, and I'm hoping Halloween Ends has a good soundtrack as well. And I feel like that's for the Halloween movies, that's really important in my opinion. It really does bring the tension and just overall vibe and atmosphere and just tone to the films. Like it really does just bring out that terror in these Halloween films with all these eerie, just overall good soundtracks. You need to have a good soundtrack for Halloween Ends. You know, so I'm hoping all of these soundtracks for Halloween Ends are good and whatnot. So yeah, that's I hope that as well. And then we have this image right here with Lindsay Wallace with Allison and Lori carving a pumpkin. She looks a little different. She has like brown regular hair. Um, and yeah, I don't know. The thing with Lindsay though, because there's another image with her right here hugging Lori, but I'm pretty sure that this is not gonna be in the movies. This is just like this picture right here is just a behind the scenes photo. But yeah, we have you know the actor hugging Jamie Lee Curtis. Um, you know, they're just hanging out here. But the thing with Lindsay Wallace, um, because we know in Halloween Kills, she was like a legacy character from the original. She was, but the thing is in Halloween Kills, she didn't have like a big factor and plot in that film. Like she was barely even in the movie. We barely got to know her character, and so I'm hoping with Halloween Ends, they do develop her character throughout. Um, just hopefully. I don't know what I could. I don't know what exactly I could try to say her what her character could possibly be. But I mean, I guess if she were to be something, I- um, I'm hoping. I don't know. I just hope she has a good story arc for Halloween Ends because we need her character to be developed as well. Like I said, and we need to get to know her character more. Make us care for her more because I did somewhat care about her in Halloween Kills with the moments we got to see her. But if they can develop her character even more for Halloween Ends and give her a good, just just good, character development and writing and all that stuff. That's really all I hope for her character as well. And same with Allison, same with Lori. We know because Lori's gonna just be going through a whole bunch of trauma. It seems like, and she's gonna be writing a book just like Sydney from Scream 4, a memoir. Um, and yeah, and then Lori, but apparently Lori's gonna be like kind of over everything, and like in the beginning at first, but then the trauma comes back to her and whatnot later on. I mean, that's just what I've been hearing, but I don't know. I just hope that everyone in Halloween Ends gets good character development, good screen time, and that's all I really care about. And yeah, I'm excited to see Lindsay Wallace though back in Halloween Ends. We didn't see her in the trailer, so these behind the scenes photos are very reassuring. Because at least we know she's gonna be in it. And but then we have this image here, which you know, which confirms um that this redhead lady. She was the one that was holding the pillow that Michael stabbed through. Because whenever we saw um that in the trailer, like Michael stabbing something and there was like feathers coming out. I mean, I knew, and a bunch of other people knew as well on YouTube that I watched. They knew that it was a pillow. I knew it, but there were still people questioning it, like, oh, like what if it's something else? But I mean, it was pretty obvious it was a pillow, and there was just feathers coming out of it. But we just didn't know who was holding the pillow. We thought it was like freaking Lori holding the pillow. She like in maybe in a fight with Michael, she just grabbed the pillow and holded it up and used that as like a self defense tactic. I don't even know, bro. But I thought it was Lori, to be honest. But I mean, I guess not. It's just this redhead lady who I think is the same one in this other image over here. Um, I'm trying to find this one right here. I think this is the same lady as the one that's holding the pillow up in this image. That redhead lady. I think they're the same ones. And I think she's the mom of that other redhead girl who got who we saw get pinned to the wall in the TV spot trailer. It was like that short TV spot trailer that I made a video about. It was on YouTube, and like at the end of it, like we saw Michael lift that redhead girl up, teenager. I don't know what exactly age range she was, but we just saw her, Michael lift her up, pinned her to the wall, stabbed her, and I think this lady right here who's holding the pillow and the one that gets carved up at the end by Michael right here is the mom of her. Um, that's just a theory. I don't know for sure, but this is just what I think. But yeah, I mean, but it's just weird though. I mean, it looks like Michael's freaking torturing this lady. Like, what the heck? Like, what? Like, it looks like Michael's just torturing her, letting her die slowly. Like, what the heck is he doing? It's like he's just admiring with satisfaction of what he's done. Like, what the heck, bro? Like, we know Michael can get, he could be like that sometimes. But I mean, I don't know. This looks kind of weird. I mean, I saw Craven's, a few times on like live streams. Craven something scary on live streams or like on his videos. He was like talking about this, and he was like, "Man, I don't think this is Michael. I think this is probably someone else because like Michael doesn't do stuff like this." I mean, I think this is Michael for sure. I mean, he talks about like the mask being different. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe Michael gets a new mask throughout the movie. He probably has that moldy mask that I showed in my last Halloween Ends video where I was talking about the new mask. I think Michael probably gets like a new mask. He replaces that moldy mask and gets just a regular white mask later on. So I think that's why this mask looks different, but it could be the same one. I don't know. But I think this is Michael for sure. I don't think this is Corey or, anyone else. I think this is just Michael. Um, I think Michael's just getting a little too knife happy, um, like Mrs. Loomis said in Scream 2. Um, and yeah, like I don't know. I just think that um, I don't know. I just think that when it comes to just the, I forgot what I was talking. Because we also have a few more images that I want to get to. This image of Michael stalking, um, which I think this is Laurie's house. I'm pretty sure because we see her here with this. It looks like the same like bricks and like plants around it. I'm pretty sure this is the same house, and we see like Corey. There's like a video of it. Corey like sneaks up behind Laurie, and he's like, "Oh, like I was just looking for this." I don't even know what he said. It was like a short clip on Twitter that I saw of it. But I mean, it looks like Corey and Laurie are gonna eventually get together and work together and become cool with each other. Because maybe at first Corey just pulls a little prank, and she thinks he's Michael, and Laurie kind of hates him at first, but then maybe they become more, you know, on a conclusive, teamwork type of stuff, like towards the end. I don't know. Um, I also, I don't know, or maybe she just doesn't want to work with him in general because, he's being accused of killing. He got accused of killing the kid he was babysitting. So it would make sense that Lori wouldn't want to work with him at first and just, you know, want to push him away and stuff. Maybe even Allison, because we know he's dating Allison from this image right here. This new image of him and of her and Corey kissing each other. We know that they're dating now. Um, like maybe, just Allison and Lori don't trust him at first. They think that he's just some killer or whatnot, or some copycat killer, and they think he's a murderer. And the whole town's just against them and whatnot. But then eventually, Lori and Allison come to their consensus, and they realize he's innocent. So they try to help him out, and they work together. They all three of them. I think that's probably what's gonna happen here. But yeah, Michael is just stalking this house, and I'm pretty sure this is Lori's house, and it looks just like the house from Halloween 4 and 5. To be honest, I think it probably is, or it was probably made to be similar like that on purpose. But yeah, it's probably Lori's house though, for sure. Yeah, for sure, it's probably Lori's house. But yeah, and then what else? Because I forgot what else I was going to talk about here. I hate when it does that. Oh, we have this image here. You guys can't see it because I was trying to find a clear picture of it, but I really couldn't, bro. I was just, I don't know, I did not have time. But this picture basically is of Michael freaking strangling and killing someone at a radio station. Um, and this is kind of where the theories kind of, came back a little bit again, with people saying like, oh, like for sure the radio tower has to be some type of thing now when Halloween ends because, Michael's killing this radio station guy, and he, it probably connects somewhat to the radio tower, which I don't think so, but it's fun to theorize about. But apparently, from because I was watching, we watched the movie. Which, if you guys don't know him, go subscribe to his channel. Him, Mike, and Jay. Awesome content creators. I've talked about them before, but I don't talk about them as much. But yeah, go subscribe to the channel. We watched the movie. Mike and Jay are awesome together. Um, awesome channel. Go subscribe to We Watched the Movie. But yeah, I was watching Mike's video today on We Watched the Movie, and his Halloween Ends video, and he was talking about apparently from this like plot synopsis of this scene, apparently like Michael was before he killed this radio station guy, he was like that radio station guy was talking about Michael Myers, possibly being supernatural. And he was just talking about like conspiracy theories of Michael Myers and all this stuff. And then Michael just barges in and kills him, apparently. That's just what I saw. That's just what I saw Mike say on We Watched the Movie. So I don't know if that's true. But um, yeah, I think, I mean, if that's the case, man, I mean, I don't know though, because I feel like they probably are gonna, even the characters themselves, they're probably self-aware of the fact that Michael Myers is probably supernatural. I mean, we know Laurie is because we saw what she was saying at the end of Halloween Kills. When she was like talking about him, you know, feeding on fear and all this stuff. Um, but everyone else though, like all the other characters and just Haddonfield in general, I'm sure there's some of some people probably think themselves that Michael is supernatural, or like they just have some type of weird conspiracy theory or some type of thoughts about him that's mysterious. And I'm sure that's, why this radio station guy was talking about Michael Myers, and all this stuff of him possibly being supernatural and, whatever other conspiracy stuff he was talking about. I'm not saying the supernatural stuff is a conspiracy, but I'm saying because apparently he was talking about other conspiracy theories about Michael Myers. So, yeah, that's basically what this scene is of Michael killing a radio station guy. Just crazy. I mean, hopefully it's a brutal kill. I don't know. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much what it was for this scene. And then a few other stuff I want to talk about before I end it here, because I'm pretty sure this video is already long now at this point. With Jamie Lee Curtis, She was talking about in this short video, she was just talking about how, you know, she's like grateful for like, the Halloween Ends, cast and crew and the team that she's got to work with. Just David Gordon Green, and everyone that's been involved with this Halloween trilogy. She's just have had, she was just talking about how much fun and, you know, how much, fun and just, how much she's gotten to know them, everyone, all the crew and the team, and how close she's gotten to everyone, and how she's just sad and upset that this is going to be her last time in this franchise. And, it's like, she was just talking about how this was just very emotional for her. This is her last time and for this franchise being in it, and, I agree, and I definitely see where Jamie Lee Curtis is coming from. I do think that it is emotional, but this is this is kind of what led this kind of leads into the theories of just like, oh, like, is Lori gonna die though? Like, is she gonna die? Because, you know like, what if, some of the emotional scenes are because of Lori dying? You know, what if, at one point she dies and whatnot? And what if those are some of the emotional scenes that we're gonna view on the screen and whatnot? Like, I think that, it's possible, like I said. But, I do think that, I'm hoping that they can give Jamie Lee Curtis, like I said, a good redemption arc, a story arc, a good just overall conclusion to her character. Because this is not only Jamie Lee Curtis last time in this franchise, but Laurie Strode as well. We gotta savor these moments and really. I'm hoping they did Laurie Strode and Jamie Lee Curtis justice for Halloween Ends. I really do. So I definitely see where Jamie Lee Curtis is coming from with it being emotional. And yeah, I can't wait to see her, Laurie Strode in Halloween Ends. I can't wait to see how her character's gonna be. But yeah, and you know, I mean, I saw Killjoy Jake's video of him talking about like possibly it being the opposite. Of instead of Laurie dying because it's so obvious, what if Allison dies instead and Laurie has to live with those just doubts and regrets and trauma and pain of knowing that she's lost everyone in her life and she has no one by her side anymore. Like, what if even Hawkins dies? Everyone, Lindsay, everyone that she knows dies around her. Everyone. She's the only one that survives. Michael, like, what if Michael dies as well? Like, and she just loses everyone. And, Killjoy Jake in his video, he was talking about, like, you know, even if Laurie does win the fight, in the end, it's gonna not really mean nothing because, she's lost everyone at that. She would have lost everyone at that point. So, it would be just be of her living in a whole bunch of misery and pain for the rest of her life, and it's gonna be hard to get through. So, yeah, I think that's very well possible. If Allison dying, everyone else dies, and Laurie's just the last one surviving, or the opposite. Everyone dies, and Michael's the last one surviving. I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of back and forth theories at this point of this stuff. But yeah, I one of them is gonna die for sure though. Laurie or Michael, one of them is dying. I know that for sure. But yeah, and then David Gordon Green, like I said, he talked about Corey having a big plot point and big main focus in Halloween Ends. What exactly is that gonna be? I don't know. I mean, bro, it's like I just think that, when you introduce a new character for a franchise and a trilogy, like it's kind of hard to like really get wrapped around their character, you know, because if they're gonna be like that main of a focus, you really gotta develop their character in a way where it's like really just it feels organic and natural with how their character is flowing throughout the movie. We really, we it just we really got to get to know them, you know, just naturally, and we gotta get some good story arc with them. If not, then what the heck was the point of having this Corey character being like some type of main focus as well? You know, like if he's gonna be like a main focus alongside with Laurie and Allison, and he doesn't really get any type of like interesting, cool story arc for Halloween Ends, like what the heck was the point of having him as a main focus then? You know? Like I'm hoping he's not just some throwaway character if that's the case. But yeah, and you know, this is just what was said. Um and this is what kind of made some people nervous even more because people are like, "Oh man, like are they just is he just going to be a throwaway character? Is he going to is this does this confirm that he's going to be like the copycat killer like everyone's thinking?" But I don't know, man. I just I don't know. I just hope that they give him some type of cool story arc for Halloween Ends cuz or else what the heck is the point of having him, you know, be some type of main focus for Halloween Ends, you know? I feel like he shouldn't even be like a main focus neither, to be honest. He should just be someone who's like, you know, because I kind of agree with Killjoy Jake when he was talking about in one of his videos that Corey should just be someone that, you know, is a plot device. You know, he's just some type of coy, you know, as in a way where he's like he's used to basically bring Michael out and start killing people, and he's the reason why Michael and Laurie end up fighting in the end, you know? Like, you know, something like that. I feel like that's what Corey should somewhat be like. Uh, my AirPods died. Hopefully, you guys can still hear me. But yeah, I agree with Kojo J. Corey should not be this big important character. Um, and if he is, bro, I really hope they give him some type of good story arc and good character development, or else, like, what the heck was the point of having them as a main focus? That's all I'm saying. Me personally. And then you know with David Gordon Green. Apparently, because we watched the movies video on Halloween Ends today. Like I said, I was watching it, and somewhat throughout his video, he was talking about David Gordon Green saying in an interview that he was kind of getting bored of the Halloween franchise. Like he was kind of like, you know, just not really caring for it as much. And, you know, he's kind of just, you know, just not really into it as much. And, you know, it kind of caused some concern because, like, some people are like, well, does he have faith in Halloween Ends or something? Like, why is he saying that it's not like he's getting bored of it, you know? Like, is he just not like, does he not have faith in this franchise or, you know, in Halloween Ends, or is he just not, does he not care about the Halloween franchise or something? Like, why is he saying that? And, you know, it kind of caused concern for some people. And, you know, I don't know. I think that definitely is somewhat concerning to hear from the director himself. But at the same time, if he means that in a way where he's like, he's just saying that because he's like, not necessarily because he's saying that because he's like bored of it, but more so just like kind of just trying to do different things, you know, finally, I guess. Like he's trying to finally do different things for this franchise and structure it out differently and do, you know, just crazy and wild things, which what we've been hearing. Like this movie's gonna be all crazy and weird and all this stuff, and it's gonna be different, which I don't really mind, but that's what we've been hearing. And I think with David Gordon Green saying that, that could possibly be what he means. Like he was kind of getting bored of, I guess, specifically just the franchise kind of being the same with just some guy with a knife killing people. You know, he wanted to do stuff differently. And, you know, for Halloween Ends, that's probably why, you know, from what we've been hearing, is going to be more different because that's probably what he's always wanted, you know, and he wanted to, you know, just do different things and new stuff. So, yeah, I think that's probably what it is, but I don't know. Hopefully, just Halloween Ends is good in general. I can't wait for it. I'm excited for it. Let me know what you guys think about everything I've said in this video. this video is probably long enough as already it is. I finally got to cover every single thing. I'm probably not going to be caught up on everything for long, but for now I am. I'm covered up on Scream 6 and Halloween Ends. So, yep, I finally got over everything. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this video, of everything I've said in this video. Comment down below. Like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Like I've said, it really does help out the channel. And yeah, like and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below about all the stuff I've said in this video. Anything, because even commenting on the channel helps out as well. And yeah, I'm trying to see if I've covered everything. Yeah, I've covered everything. So yeah, comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.